What are the pros and cons of wholesaling versus tax lien and deed investing? The tree edition. All right, so in this video, I want to talk about the pros and cons of tax lien and deed investing versus wholesaling investing. And there's a lot of similarities and differences in between the two. And first off, what I love about wholesaling is it's fairly straightforward, fairly simple. You can literally do it with like no money. It truly is. Well, actually, you would need $1. So if you're homeless and watching this, you're gonna need to find $1, and camera guy's almost fallen off his seat here. That's what happens when you hire your help from the pub. We got a pro going back here. What did I say last?
$1.
Oh yeah, $1. So what happens is with wholesale investing, you literally don't need any money to do it. And obviously the more money you have, the more money you can spend on marketing and the faster the results you're gonna get. But with wholesaling, we actually covered this on the podcast today, which is Wholesale Daily Show. If you haven't checked it out already, it's a great podcast. But what you can do is you can go online, pull the list of, say, the pre-foreclosures in the area, or from there, you can go and pull the list of tax lien and deed properties. You can get that list, and if you have no money or nothing to your name, you could literally ride your bike to a neighborhood just like this, like the one that you see around me right now, and you could pull that list and go door knocking or write handwritten letters saying, hey, I'm interested in buying your house for a cash offer, give me a call back. And there's a lot of people who get deals like that. And if you're just willing to put in a little bit of elbow grease, you can get deals. If you put in probably a couple hours a day just canvassing and door knocking, give yourself 2 months, okay? So say 2 hours a day, 5 days a week for 2 months. That's gonna be, how many hours is that? That's 10 hours a week, 40 hours a month, 80 hours in 2 weeks. So you're gonna put in 80 hours in 2 weeks. The average profit on a wholesale deal is gonna be 10 to 30K. And that's pretty good money. It's gonna be more money than you probably ever make at your job. So that is definitely an awesome aspect. So what are the negatives to wholesaling? Well, the negatives are, it's challenging. It's gonna take some work. It's hard on your emotions. It's gonna seem impossible at times when you're not getting the results that you desire, but that's kind of like anything. And it always comes back to, like, if this were easy, everybody would do it. Depending where you are, wholesaling could be very competitive. It could be, maybe you're in Los Angeles or San Francisco and Washington, or a place where the average home value is like, $500 to $1 million. It's going to be competitive. So that could be discouraging. Now, that's not to say you can't do it. It's just to say that it could be more challenging to start. So now let's talk about tax lien and deed investing. So first off, I love tax lien and deed investing because you can really go narrow, and there's a lot of opportunity. There's tax lien sales happening pretty much every day. There's an inventory of tax lien certificates just sitting in the county office right now, and people honking, can you believe that? People honking their horn during our video. They don't see that this is a huge Hollywood production. The nerve. Anyways, I'm sorry. I get sidetracked easily. But what's great about tax lien investing is you could 2 hours from now be a real estate investor with $20. You could go to like the Florida tax lien or Florida county websites. They have literally thousands of tax liens that could pay up to, what's the interest rate in Florida? 18%?
You got me. I think so.
I think it's 18%. They pay up to 18%. In Arizona, also, I think it's 18%. So you could go and buy those certificates today, and for as little as $20, you're a real estate investor. So that is super cool. So you can really become an investor fast, and with tax deeds, you can buy the property for the back taxes. So if a house is worth 100K and the back taxes are 10, you have an opportunity to buy that house for only 10 grand. And what's really cool about tax deeds is if you just stick with it long enough, you're gonna get home runs. Friend of ours, Brad, who you've probably seen before in many videos, in his first year, he went to several auctions, he didn't buy anything. And then in his second year of tax deed investing, he bought almost $3 million worth of real estate for just under 300 grand. So he stuck to it. Now, you know, that's somebody with extreme dedication on that side of it. So tax deed investing, you can start very cheap, which is awesome, right? And so what are the negatives of tax deed investing? Well, the negatives are, you know, you could buy a piece of crap and get stuck with something you can't sell. You could buy a property where the mortgage or maybe the taxes don't get wiped out. You have to know how to research title. The great thing about the tax deed sale is most of the time the back taxes get wiped, or the mortgages get wiped out, which is awesome. However, if you don't do your proper title research, you could end up with something that has a huge amount of other back taxes owed, or maybe a lien that doesn't get wiped out. And you can also end up going to a whole bunch of sales and not getting a property and get discouraged. And you know, a lot of people will go through our stuff and then complain and be like, oh, this doesn't work. I went to a tax deed sale and I didn't get anything. Or I went to 3 sales and I didn't get anything. And then they whine and complain about it, and they just give up. But the fact is, if you just stick with it, you can make it work. So they're both good. It just kind of depends on where you are in your life. So right now we're big into wholesaling, but we're also doing tax deed investing. We're going to an auction here this week, but we want to get you guys going in wholesaling. So we made this nifty PDF, which you can zoom in on once I have it unfolded.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a messy folding operation we have going on right here.
It looks pretty complicated, yeah.
Yeah. So check it out. This is a free PDF. It is the 0 to 100K wholesale blueprint. And I also have a video where I walk through this thing. This thing is a massive value. It has all of the steps on wholesaling, all of the tips, and also if you want to do this stuff virtually, we talk about how to do that if you're living anywhere in the world as well. So below this video is a link. You can go download this. It'll come with a video. We'd love to send it over to you. It's definitely a $97 value. If you like the channel, do us a favor, subscribe, hit that notification button, because Google seems to have the audacity not to show the videos when they come out. So that'll help you see the content. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.